Okay, this one's called Houses. My first house was named Patricio. It was a cute little place, but what I didn't know was that relationships are tricky and situations can get sticky. We avoided painting walls that we couldn't settle a color for, so we would end the night by slamming doors. We slept on wooden floors where underneath were termites that gnawed at the frames beneath our fights, splintering and splitting and spitting out, the nails holding the place together. Somehow we held out in rough weather. Holes in the ceiling and cracks in the walls. We were long distance, but I made no calls. The miles between us made me feel safer, but he still banged on the door when I thought he was away for a long while. I was in exile. Felt locked out when I was already in, pressured to be in love with him. Furniture's expensive, but his demands were a high price, and I gave all I could to make him feel nice. Bought a better mattress, played a better actress, burned the bed bugs, hid problems under rugs. 9 months of this charade is pretty impressive for a girl in the 7th grade, but the termites ate the house away, so I moved out the night before Valentine's Day. My second house was named Michael. I moved in a month after ditching my first place because feeling my heart race made it easy for me to chase this idea of a better life in a better house. He promised me that he would build a nice picket fence so I could feel safer and lower my defense. Told me that he wouldn't dare be like my first place. Although partly true, it still wasn't the case. He told me that he understood why I kept my doors locked, but he insisted that he deserved to have the key just because he built a fence for me. I'd call myself a liar if I said our house didn't catch fire, but putting out the flames was my desire, but the smoke hugged my lungs, and the tongues of the flames kissed me and trickled down my throat like tea, and the warm flames reassured me that this was fine. I was so in love with him, I never thought to draw a line. I got evicted a year and 3 months in. He said we were too different because I stopped paying rent. So I had to build a shelter out of self-loathing and negativity, curled inside, wondering what was wrong with me, took the blame and felt ashamed until I found a new place named Gabriel. A solid structure so soothing and sentimental, I was convinced we were soulmates. Told him about the termites and the house fire, so he promised he'd build me a castle so I wouldn't be in another dire situation where I have to pay bills and services that I didn't want to. Said he understood what I've been through, but what he didn't understand was that renovating when we were dating messed up the framework I built inside. Alterations led to frustrations. This castle of stone made me feel alone. I was no longer someone I knew. I didn't think I would be the kind of person who would nail crosses to my walls. But hey, it's easy to change who you are when you fall so fast in love. Replaced all my light bulbs with his because my set bursted. Although it looked brighter, I still felt dim. I lost myself and I couldn't find my love for him. Fumbling through the blackness, I reached for the front door. I'm afraid of the dark, I can't stay there anymore. A year and 5 months in the night helped me see the light that I've lived in so many houses, I forgot where home was. Toxic relationships bit down my lips, got a grip on me like puppetry, but I snipped the strings and gathered my things, realized I left my feelings on a dusty shelf, learned that I could build a home out of love for myself, used confidence to build the frame, assertiveness to extinguish flames, no bed bugs under rugs, slept in a bed where I was snug, self-respect for my picket fence, didn't need money to pay the rent, no longer auctioned my consent to be spent. It was finally my own. And it was finally my home.